In 1963, in the quiet town of Derinkuyu, Turkey, a man renovating his home struck through a basement wall and uncovered a passage that led into darkness. At first, it seemed like a narrow tunnel, perhaps an old cellar. But as he stepped forward, the air changed. The tunnel branched, then descended, spiraling into the depths. What he had found was not a room, but a city carved deep beneath the earth. A labyrinth descending nearly 85 meters, with chambers large enough to hold 20,000 souls. It would take decades before scientists and archaeologists realized what they were truly standing inside. They called it Derinkuyu, the deep well. Hidden beneath Cappadocia's volcanic plain, its tunnels stretched like veins beneath the rock air shafts, stables, kitchens, even schools and churches. It wasn't a natural cave, it was designed. Structured with precision, stone doors that rolled into place, ceiling passages, ventilation shafts that breathed life into darkness. Beneath the soil of central Anatolia lay an entire subterranean metropolis, a shadow civilization built to disappear. Even today, only part of it is mapped. 18 levels are rumored, but archaeologists have verified just a fraction. The rest remain silent, walled off, unexcavated, waiting. To live underground requires more than fear. It requires foresight and faith. Derinkuyu was no makeshift refuge. It was engineered for endurance. Its builders understood air pressure, water flow, and population control. Each chamber served a purpose: wine cellars for storage, communal kitchens for survival, tunnels wide enough for livestock, and vertical shafts that drew fresh air from the surface. The walls were blackened by centuries of torchlight. Every step reveals geometry, not chaos. This was not the work of people running from disaster. It was the work of people preparing for it. Some historians believe the city was a defensive system, a sanctuary built during times of invasion. Cappadocia sat at the crossroads of empires: Hittite, Phrygian, Persian, Roman, Byzantine, Ottoman. War, famine, persecution, the earth became a shield. Others suggest something simpler, and perhaps more human. Below ground, the temperature remains steady year-round. No windstorms, no freezing nights, only the hum of silence and stone. Here, survival wasn't panic, it was design. Cappadocia's landscape looks otherworldly even today. Cones of volcanic tuff, sculpted by centuries of erosion. This same softness made it perfect for carving. The first caves may date back to the Phrygians of the 8th century BC. Later, during the Byzantine period, Christian communities expanded these underground cities, digging deeper, connecting chambers, building churches beneath the surface. Records from the 4th to 11th centuries describe waves of Arab-Byzantine conflict. When raids swept through Anatolia, the people vanished into the ground, entire villages disappearing within hours. Derinkuyu was not alone. More than 200 subterranean cities honeycombed this region. Kamakli, Ozkonak, Mazi, each one part of a hidden network, some possibly connected by miles of secret tunnels. Beneath Cappadocia, a second geography existed, a mirror world, unseen, inhabited, and alive. But who built the first tunnels, and how far do they reach? Archaeologists disagree. Some trace the origins to the Phrygians, masters of stonework, whose civilization collapsed long before Rome. Others argue it began much later, as a Christian refuge during persecution under Roman rule. Each era seemed to inherit the work of the one before, deepening, expanding, reshaping. A city without a single author, a story written layer upon layer across centuries. There are claims, some speculative, some grounded, that the tunnels may link multiple settlements across kilometers. Others insist such passages would be structurally impossible. And then there's the question of habitation. Could thousands truly live underground for months without sunlight, without crops? Official narratives tend toward caution. Some dismiss early estimates of 20,000 inhabitants as exaggerated. Others note that no central record or inscription confirms its full use. Even today, the Turkish government has sealed certain sections, calling them unstable, unsafe. But some explorers whisper another reason, that beneath the known chambers, the tunnels continue into uncharted depths. Imagine the descent. The air grows colder. The light fades to a warm amber glow of flame. Children cling to their parents. Livestock are led down the narrow paths. The last doors roll shut from within. Above, soldiers march across the plains. Below, thousands wait in silence. Food is rationed, water drawn from hidden wells that reach natural aquifers. For days, perhaps weeks, they live between darkness and hope. The architecture itself tells the story of trust chambers built communally, passages designed to defend the vulnerable. Every turn, every carved niche, a fingerprint of human fear turned into resilience. Centuries later, when peace returned, these cities were used again by Christians hiding from Ottoman forces, by Greeks sheltering from persecution. In 1923, during the population exchange between Greece and Turkey, Cappadocia's Christian families left their ancestral homes. They sealed the tunnels once more, this time forever. The underground city slept, waiting for that hammer strike in 1963 to wake it again. What if Derinkuyu is not a single city but part of something larger? In 2013, new ground-penetrating radar scans suggested more tunnels extending beneath nearby villages. Some appeared to lead toward Kaimakli, another vast underground city just 10 kilometers away. The possibility of an interlinked subterranean network built across generations began to emerge. If that's true, then we're looking not at an isolated refuge, but an underground civilization, a collective design spanning miles, perhaps centuries apart in construction, yet unified by purpose. Its architecture mirrors the logic of survival: ventilation, water access, waste management, defensive choke points, communication tunnels. It anticipates siege, starvation, and silence. Some engineers suggest the builders must have possessed a sophisticated understanding of geology and airflow skills that rival early modern mining techniques. What if this wasn't only a response to war, but a response to the environment itself? Volcanic winters, drought, or sudden climate shifts could have driven populations below ground. And perhaps that is the most unsettling idea of all, that Derinkuyu wasn't just about hiding. It was about adapting. It was humanity rehearsing for survival beneath the surface. Derinkuyu isn't an anomaly. Across the world, civilizations have gone underground when the surface became hostile. In Rome, the catacombs became both tomb and sanctuary. In China's Shanxi province, the Yaodong caves still house millions. In Tunisia, the Berbers carved troglodyte dwellings into sandstone hills. And in modern times, from London's wartime bunkers to Cold War fallout shelters, humanity continues to return to the earth for protection. The pattern is unmistakable. When danger rises, we descend. Derinkuyu stands as the most profound embodiment of that instinct, a city built not for conquest, but for endurance. And perhaps that's why it feels eerily familiar. Because somewhere in our collective memory, we remember the act of hiding, of retreating beneath the surface, where silence becomes survival. Back in that basement in 1963, a single hammer strike cracked open the past. Stone dust fell away, revealing a tunnel that hadn't seen light for nearly 1,000 years. That man had not just discovered a room, he had awakened a civilization's memory. Every generation believes it knows the world above, but Derinkuyu reminds us there is always a world below, hidden, patient, enduring. Perhaps the true mystery isn't who built it, but why we forgot it. Because buried beneath layers of rock and time, Derinkuyu holds more than stone. It holds the proof of human adaptation, the ability to create life in the absence of light, to find order in the chaos of fear. We like to think civilization is built upward: towers, cities, skylines. But once, long before glass and steel, humanity built downward into the silence of the earth, where survival was carved by hand. And as the world above grows uncertain once again, Derinkuyu whispers a warning and a memory. That the line between sanctuary and tomb is as thin as a wall of stone. And that sometimes the deepest truths of civilization are found not in what we build above the surface, but in what we hide beneath it.